Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video. I just wanted to set the record straight because a lot of people are confused for some reason on the dates and what's exactly going to be in 5.3 itself. So I thought we should really talk about that, along with a lot of miscellaneous updates. The main pieces of content include the main scenario quests. That's the first thing that's going to be featuring in 5.3 itself. That's the thing to look forward to. With that comes the main scenario for A Realm Reborn being completely revamped, along with a Crystal Tower raid series being changed into part of that MSQ, along with a requirement of the My Little Chocobo getting yourself a mount at level 15 quest being required to actually go further than A Realm Reborn itself. So that will be all a prerequisite to get into Heavensward. You will not be able to get into that without it. So there will be the new main scenario as well for 5.3, which is set to be such a roller coaster. There will also be obviously the new Beast Tribe in 5.3 itself. This is a focus on crafting, and obviously this will have minions and a mount as a reward. This will be a daily quest thing. You'll be able to essentially do 2 sets of dailies on patch day. If you log in as soon as the game's patched, you will be able to do a set of dailies, and then at 4 PM or whatever your regional equivalent is, wherever you are in the world, the server will reset and you will be able to do a second set of dailies, essentially giving you 2 sets of dailies on the first day, which is also the reason why a lot of us get the mount associated with achievements and progression through these beast tribes 1 day earlier than everyone else. And that's always the answer to the question. People always ask me how I've got a mount early. So the new beast tribe will be in 5.3 itself. The new Chronicles of a New Era quest, which is basically the Sorrow of Wurlai. Included in that is a solo trial, basically a solo duty where you pilot a mech and you face off against some kind of enemy. That will be included in 5.3 as well. This follows on the weapon series, you know, with Ruby Weapon being the latest actual physical trial. There will not be a trial associated with this with other players. Like I say, it will be a solo contained piece of storyline with a solo activity, like a little solo duty basically. As far as we know, no rewards have been told to us at this point, but that will be in 5.3 as well. Another thing in 5.3 will be the new instance dungeon. This is the Hero's Gauntlet. This is associated to the MSQ itself. Of course, that will be in. Speculation aside, it looks to be a very exciting little dungeon. This will also be trust mode available as well. So you will be able to do this both with other players as well as a team of your avatars, as well as the trusts as they are. You will of course have to have them leveled up to level 80 for subsequent runs, but you will be able to do the first run of this dungeon with your trusts through that storyline mode if you'd rather. But again, subsequent runs of that will require your trust to be level 80, which is something that you have plenty of time to do, I think, up until the release of the patch. There is, of course, a new trial associated with this, which also has a normal and indeed an extreme variant. Presumably the extreme will drop a dragon mount, considering we are overdue for dragon mounts dropping. The last trial we got in the game didn't have one, and we have quite a few to get before the end of this expansion. I would imagine there'll be one as a reward from this as a low drop. Included items probably for a new barding and stuff. We have no idea what the new trial is as of yet. But the way the MSQ is shaping up, there's a good guess floating around, and the trailer itself for 5.3 gives quite away. So yeah, the new trial is in 5.3 and its extreme variant. Also in 5.3 will be the Yorha Dark Apocalypse Chapter 2, The Puppet's Bunker. Now, I thought this was going to be 5.35 or something, but it turns out the Puppet's Bunker Alliance raid for 24 players will be in 5.3 itself. I'm very excited for that, and obviously the associated rewards with that. So far all we know is that there will be no 9S sort of glamour reward from the actual raid itself. However, you know, as a drop to roll against other people, that was confirmed in a live letter. However, that's not to say there won't be a glamour associated with this. So people are after the 9S costume. The likelihood is that we'll get that through other means. And there is also quite a few other things that could be rewards if you think about the setting of the Puppet's Bunker. So that will be in 5.3 itself. Next up in actual 5.3 will be the Unreal Trials and Faux Holos. Again, that hasn't at the moment been pushed back, so that should be in the 5.3 patch itself. This is essentially upscaled versions of Shiva at this point. These will be seasonal bosses that are rotated in each major patch as far as we're aware. So in theory, Shiva will probably be going away in 5.4, and perhaps then Titan will be in there. They've mentioned Titan before, that's why I'm mentioning it here. Essentially Unreal Trials, so it's upscaled versions up to level 80, the current content of basically Shiva. It has mostly the same mechanics. They do say that things have changed over the years, but there will be some surprises as well. Included in that is the Faux Holo system, which is essentially, the way they're saying, is a bit like a random chance thing. So you have your weekly lockout for an Unreal Trial. Then with that, imagine you get like a key or something from your weekly run of that. Then that key you can exchange for a chance at getting something from the Faux Holos minigame. And they've already mentioned there are minions involved in that, and so far a mount. Speculation as to what the mount could be. Perhaps it will be seasonal. Perhaps all of these rewards will be seasonal since the content itself is, or maybe not. I personally would love to see a Shiva mount and then a Titan mount, etc. There's plenty of opportunity for that, but that indeed will be in 5.3 itself. Things that have been pushed back then, as we can say now, the Resistance Weapon Quest won't be until 5.35. 5.35 so far is looking anywhere close to October at this point, so quite a ways away. For anybody looking forward to getting inside the Bosnian Southern Front or upgrading their weapon series, it's not going to happen for quite some time after 5.3 comes out, so that will not be live. So you don't have to worry about finding time to do that as well. It just simply won't be in the 5.3 patch. Things that are in 5.3 then are the job adjustments we talked about in a previous video. There are going to be lots of other job adjustments, very minor ones. They're saving up a lot of the majority of big changes to the game for jobs to be in 5.4 instead, which is many months away. But there will be PvP and PvE adjustments to those as well. Probably potency changes for the most part. We know that Bard's getting buffs to potency, Astrologian's getting MP reduction buffs, and we're also getting minor changes to Monk as well going forward. And Summoner gets a nerf to Tri Disaster as far as we're aware as well. So there's just those things. Season 16 of the Feast actually begins as well when 5.3 comes out. There'll be more information and a lodestone page on that, probably with new rewards. So look forward to that if you're into your seasonal feast PvP. And then we also have the Crafter and Gatherer updates coming in 5.3, which includes a new custom delivery client, Trial Synthesis, which is essentially the ability to try out crafts without using any mats. That will be in 5.3 patch. A reverse lookups feature for recipes using materials in your inventory. So you'll be able to right click on stuff in your inventory and then reverse search that. Oh look, here's a pebble. What can I make with a pebble? Oh look, I can make a pebble wall. That sort of thing. Items requested as collectibles for those collectible turn-ins for your custom delivery clients will no longer be at random. It will, when you press the button, it will choose something that's the highest, I believe, highest collectability rating. So that's quite nice as well. Things that will not be in 5.3 include the Ishgard Restoration. That will be in 5.31, which we're looking at anywhere from a month to 2 months after the launch of 5.3 itself. Along with that is the Sky Steel Tools, which is in 5.35, which we say are estimating probably close to October at this point. So don't worry about patch day coming around for 5.3 and having to upgrade your crafted stuff. That will not be a thing you have to do or even be able to do. So there are obviously lots of other miscellaneous things we talked about. A party of players will be able to join another party via the Party Finder. The option to specify 1 player per job will be added to the Party Finder. Players will be able to use the World Visit system whilst in a cross-world party, which is really helpful. You want to go check your retainers without, leaving your group if you've moved server and created a group. And also for hunt parties, that's going to be really nice as well. New chapters will be added to the New Game Plus in patch 5.3. A new token exchange vendor will be added to major cities to make it so that you have less running around to actually exchange for things. That's quite nice. And a fashion accessories menu option will be added to your sub-menu of the menu, like near extras, which includes parasols. They've finally put those in their own their own category. Other things in this patch include the sticker system for GPOs. That's coming in as well, so you'll be able to look forward to putting up to 100 stickers on screen at any one time for your pictures, if that's something you want to look at. A load of new minions, a load of new mounts, a load of new titles and achievements you can imagine will be in 5.3 itself. It's going to be an interesting patch, let's put it that way. There's a lot of content in here, but most people are a little bit confused with what exactly they'll be able to do. The other thing in 5.3, the big thing, will be flying in the open world areas. That's going to be a big deal, I think you'll agree. Simply just so that we can just explore the world together from a completely different perspective, from a bird's eye view. It's going to make it so that a lot of players, once they've completed a Realm Reborn, that's going to be the carrot on a stick. As soon as they complete a Realm Reborn, they get access to flying immediately, as long as they have completed the Crystal Ray Tower series and the My Little Chocobo level 15 quest for a mount as well. That should unlock for you. Along with 5.3 coming out at that date will be the free trial expansion, allowing you the free trial itself, instead of going to 35, now goes to level 60. Basically, you're getting the base game and Heavensward for 3, all the way up until patch 3.56, which is the end of Heavensward, just before Stormblood. So you're essentially getting the base game and its first expansion for free. The same restrictions on in-game currency, market board use, free company joining, that sort of stuff, party leadership. All of those restrictions remain regardless, but you'll be able to do quite a lot of stuff, including in that is the Palace of Dead Floors. So there's quite a lot you can do with that. You've got Dark Knight, Astrologian, Machinist playable, and you can make an Aura in your free trial, so you're not sort of pigeonholed into something you might not want to play. Really, really, really hyped about that. But that's pretty much what's coming in 5.3. I can't think off the top of my head anything else. But alongside, you know, having the Puppets bunker, having the new main storyline, main scenario storyline, the rework of Realm Reborn, there's quite a lot there already. But the majority of things that are pushed back include the Ishgard restoration, obviously the Skysteel Tool stuff, and the Resistance weapon stuff. So that's really like the sub-content. We don't want all that in the same patch. It would be absolutely ridiculously hectic. Anyway, hopefully that clears the air a little bit. I know some people were confused. If they are confused, if you've got a friend that's like, well, I'm not sure what exactly is in this patch and what's being delayed, link them this video, and I'll see you all next time.